How do you stop a mobile quarterback?
Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge for us. This is not just a mobile quarterback, but a big physical. They say he's 240 pounds, so we're going to have our hands full, especially because they know what they're doing with them. They've done a great job with running quarterbacks that throw and run quarterback lead runs. So this is a very, very big challenge for our defense right off the bat.
Does it limit you at all with Jerry Kill just coming from Northern Illinois, going to Minnesota? You got to watch Northern Illinois film. Does that hold you guys back at all or affect how you're preparing?
Not at all, because I think as you study him, they've done the same thing for years. They do a phenomenal job of coaching their players, very simple schemes, but they do them really well. Their players play extremely, extremely hard. This is a very, wherever they've been, we watch their films over the years, they're very physical. They go into hard places. They went into Knoxville a couple of years ago and basically had the game won with their fourth-string quarterback. So we got to be ready to go. It's going to be a big matchup for us versus a very physical defense and an offense that's extremely well coached.
Any decisions at this point on tailback or left guard?
No, we're just plugging along, and as I mentioned before, our goal in this game, regardless of who the opponent was, is to play a lot of guys. We have a ton of players on the roster that never played a snap of college football, and so like we say, you're a true freshman until you play, regardless of how long you've been here practicing. So there's going to be a lot of big eyes Saturday, and we've got to work through and get a lot of guys in there and find out who's ready to go.
What are the biggest challenges you foresee with some of those young starters?
I think just being in the first game, no matter where you are, let alone the Coliseum and all the emotions that go with that. So we have to really manage that and try to control our players' emotion and get them to play really well, which is always a challenge for anyone around the country in their first game to avoid the penalties and the first game jitters.
Any update on Armstead?
Nothing. Still not cleared. Hopefully we'll get him back here.
Are you optimistic that he'll be able to be cleared this week?
I hope so. I don't know enough to know. This is in the hands of our doctors, and so we'll play him when they let us.
Are you satisfied with Gallipo now that he's fully ready to play and start?
I'm still nervous about it. This is a lot different than a real game. Than the tempo of a real game and all the hitting. So we'll throw him out there, and hopefully he'll do well.
Lane, where's your confidence level in the defense right now versus 12 months ago?
I don't know. I really think until you play, it doesn't really change very much. So even though we feel better and we look better and we're bigger and stronger and faster and we look like we tackle better, until we prove it, it doesn't matter. It's just like when people talk about champions of conferences. Until you're the champ, you're not. So until we prove that we can play, we haven't done anything yet.
So were you surprised with some of the stuff that happened in that Hawaii game? Did it, with some of the issues with depth and stuff being exposed last year?
Yeah, we were shocked in that game. I would have never thought we would have come into that game and that many explosive plays. I thought we were going to be pretty good on defense last year. I thought we looked good in camp. Obviously the tackling part showed up, and then as we started losing guys throughout games, the depth really showed up, and it really showed up in the games. I think in the 11 of the 13 games they scored on one of their last two possessions, including 3 of the first 4 games of the year. I think they scored on their last possession of the game, and so we lost a lot of games on the last possession. The way we look at it, if we just would improve on 2-minute defense a year ago, we're 11-2 with all the other things we can improve on. So hopefully playing more players, more physical practices can help that.